Today in Motorsports, noted motorsports shouter stays quiet for an episode of UPR because you deserve it. Xenophobe wins a Grand Prix. Legitimately. Flawlessly. Incredible, I know. Formula E testing happens and I legitimately have no fucking idea what to write about it. And Marquez makes sure that everyone who doubted him was vanished Cagliostro style. All in a jam-packed episode of Unsafe Press Release, your unreliable source for racing news! In the world of Formula 1, we had a double feature of races to talk about. One of them happened in Malaysia while the other happened in Japan. First, we're going to talk about the Malaysian one, and then later, we will talk about the Japanese one, in case you managed to get lost somewhere. So let's go! During the Malaysian Grand Prix, Ferrari started to have huge woes as not only was Vettel down a dozen points to Hamilton, but during qualifying he ended up starting at the back of the grid due to not putting a time in Q1. Whoopsie daisy. This left the boffins at Mercedes and Red Bull, as well as Kimi Raikkonen, to take the top 5 places on the grid. As the race went on, Max Verstappen, the guy I don't like for reasons that seem to baffle people for whatever reason, despite me saying multiple times why I don't like him, was on top form in the Red Bull, overtaking Hamilton in the early parts of the race, and then keeping the lead till the very end to win his second race of his career at just over 20 years old. Once again giving off the illusion that anyone who starts F1 before the age of 22 is considered old. As the race ended, Sebastian Vettel's ridiculous bad luck got slightly worse as he made contact with Lance Stroll in the Williams, which isn't the first time Vettel's been involved in bafflingly weird contact with another driver this year. And so if we go back to Baku, you'll find out he did something. During the post-race cooldown, however, the most memorable piece of F1 related action happened. Max Verstappen, a Red Bull racing driver, keep that in mind, the name of the team he's in is called Red Bull, looks over at one of the people in the cooldown room and asks, "Do I have any sugary drinks?" Absolutely timeless. Comment the words, "Sorry Max, I only have water," if you enjoyed this video. Now, off we go to the land of the rising sun. Japan, in case you didn't know. I might have not made it clear enough. The start of the race had Vettel actually this time be up at the front of the grid, but once again that was brought to a grinding halt due to a spark plug problem that had him retire from the race after a couple of laps. Hamilton, being the completely unstoppable force that he's been the last few races, manages to keep first place until the very end, despite Max Verstappen once again giving Lewis a run for his money at the end of the race. But that was ultimately stopped by the collaborative work of 2 ex-Ferrari drivers, Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa. Even if the current Ferrari drivers aren't giving it their all, their ex-drivers are still there to haunt whoever is dominating in the sport. Motorland Aragon is a giant time machine that brings us back to 2014, but with Maverick Vinales. Rossi is somehow back on track, starting third, and Jorge Lorenzo takes the whole shot and flies away. Rossi takes the second place, consistently bridging up the gap with Dovi and Marquez right behind him, while Vinales and Pedrosa had a giant group with pretty much the rest of the field fighting wheel to wheel. Marquez overtakes Dovi and tries a kamikaze move on the leaders a few laps later, but goes wide and he's fourth again. But he's Marc Marquez, so he gets back in second no time and takes the lead at will. Meanwhile, Pedrosa wakes up and starts his comeback out of nowhere, and the race suddenly turns into a Honda domination. He passes Vinales, catches the Italians, and then Jorge Lorenzo for second, while Dovizioso and Rossi are caught by what remains of the initial group. Rossi loses the battle for fourth against his teammate Vinales, and the Ducati falls even further back. Marquez wins, followed by Pedrosa, Lorenzo, Vinales, and Rossi, while Dovizioso has a bad day. His 7th place means he's now 16 points behind Marquez in the championship, but the season is clearly not over yet. Can't you tell this isn't being written by me? In the eco-friendly world of Formula E, some testing happened. I don't know who was the fastest or the slowest, and I'm too tired to care, because this is the second time rewriting this whole fucking script and it's killing me. So, to compromise, I'm going to spend the rest of the script in memoriam of all the drivers who currently don't have a seat as yet of 12th of October 2017. Please respectfully be seated as we remember those who left Formula E. lately things have been going wrong for me and you. Oh, you have no idea what I have been through. It's been the hardest thing that I have ever had to do. And I know there have been times where I have been cruel, but it's just that I loved you, and maybe I still do. But at times things have gotten twisted, and I haven't known what is true. But I know I feel a special way about you, and that is why me and you, we're always gonna be cool. And I'm not going further down this road, 'cause words have only hurt us both. 'Cause I found I have a lack of self-control when me and you were involved. So don't think that I don't miss you, 'cause maybe I still do. It's just that I know that if you wanna go, I wanna go.